So once upon a time ago, I was out on this farm, right? I can't tell you where I was. But my dad wasn't there, and I was in the middle of nowhere. And it was really sad. My mom was like crying, and I was like, damn, this isn't good. And I'd never seen her cry so hard. And these two bitches were holding me downstairs, and they were like, yeah, I know it's sad, it's sad, it's sad, it's sad, right? And this is when I got to meet my bio sister, who's my half sister. And so there's like all these transition points, right? And I'm gonna get into the harder parts. But there was this little boy. He was like 2 years old, and he's in the car, and I was kind of looking after him because I've always liked kids, and I was always just gonna be a big sister, even if I was mean and rough and tumbly with my twin. And so, I mean, even if he's older than me, I'm still bigger. Anyways, so we go. I'm in there, and I'm in this room in the living room with these ladies, and I'm like, where's Michael, this baby, right? And he's like maybe 2, and I go outside because I go looking for him. I'm like, where the hell did he go? He's locked in the car, right? And he's screaming, and it's pretty hot outside. And I get him out of the car, and he's all sweaty, and he's screaming, and he's upset, obviously. And so I kept riding back there, trying to make sure he stayed alive, I guess. And he was darker like me, and these women weren't, okay? And so when I talk to you about these problems we're having, like, I've seen them come in every type of color, because even, like, color gets indifferent and starts feeling owed. And that's entitlement I'm talking about, like, you start dealing with entitlement, people and their votes, and then you got to look at how they're casting them, how they're using that power, and then you look back on their quality of their work, like, are they really worth it? Especially the pay rate that you're giving them to it, and so either way, I already told you about like what I want to see happen with marijuana, and I do think it'd be healthy, and I do think it'd be fine. I do think it'd appease the crowds. I do think you need to find some kind of, middle ground for the coca, not just coca, sorry, cocaine, and also chocolate. So, like you're talking about these are like deep cultural practices that are ingrained into our culture, and we need to take the time to explain them to people a little bit better, and also to make them safer. And I think that it's now our responsibility that we got to uphold because of the movies and the